What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to a new video. This is to the people, and this video is dedicated to those that say money's the root of all evil, money doesn't buy you happiness, etc, etc, right? This is what I'm dedicating this video to, those guys, and those guys are usually religious. Now, let's agree on something. Money doesn't buy you happiness, and money is the root of all evil. I agree. 100%. 100%. We all agree. I think most of us that watch this will agree that money's the root of all evil, because when you have no money, you're gonna want to make money quick, right? Therefore, you're either gonna rob, kill, hurt other people, right? And in turn, you're not just hurting other people, but you're gonna hurt yourself because you'll end up in jail or dead, right? So yes, it is the root of all evil because greed is the root of all evil in the first place. But let me tell you something. The same people that say money's the root of all evil or money doesn't buy you happiness, yeah? They wake up 7 in the morning, going to work, just to make money. Just so they can make money. And they exchange their time for money, the time, the life that God has gave them, they exchange it sitting down, looking at a computer screen, or scanning things through a checkout, or cleaning tables in a restaurant. And they come home to their kids and tell their kids, look, money doesn't buy you happiness. You're training your kids not to respect money in the first place, not to appreciate money, because you're telling them money doesn't buy you happiness. And your kid is walking around in the same t-shirt that you bought him 2-3 years ago. Yet you're telling him that money doesn't buy you happiness. And you're exchanging your time for money, waking up in the morning, listening to some boss of yours tell you you're not good enough, and getting all these threats that if you don't come on time, you're gonna be fired, right? Threatening you that you won't keep your job, or you won't keep that steady stream of income of yours. Threatening you, right? And you constantly go through life trying to impress people, having that slave mentality. Where were you? Why are you late? You can't leave early. But boss, I have to go to the hospital. Nah, you can't leave, you have to ask me. But boss, I have to pick up my kid. Nah, you can't do that. And then you come home. And then you say to me that money is the root of all evil, money doesn't buy you happiness, yet you're not happy because you're exchanging your time for money, waking up every day, not having time for yourself to develop your personal appearance or the person you are spiritually even, right? You don't have time for that because you spend half of your day, matter of fact, a third of your day going to work, commuting, working, and you come home, say to me that money is the root of all evil. And these statements are usually made by religious people because it said it in the Holy Quran or the Holy Bible or whatever your religion you follow. There will be a statement regarding money that says money doesn't buy you happiness, but in those same books it will say to you that the upper hand is better than the lower hand. Let me give you an example. That's in the Quran. I read that somewhere. It says the upper hand is better than the lower hand because the upper hand will always give to the lower hand. So that is an obligation now to make money. It is an obligation to become part of the upper hand so you can give to the lower hand. Those who live in third world countries. If you're living in a first world country today like the US, Europe, and there's so much job opportunities, there's opportunities everywhere, right? And if you're still not making enough money, and you come to me and say money doesn't buy you happiness, just a lazy way out, talking yourself out of, working hard so you can become lazy and sit down with a beer and being content with your job, being content knowing that your boss can fire you any minute, and you're gonna say to me money doesn't buy me happiness. When I just told you that in the same religion you follow, it says that the upper hand is better than the lower hand because the upper hand can give to the lower hand. So don't do it for you, do it for these people. The people who are starving in Africa, the kids that don't have clothes, the kids that don't have school accessories, that don't even have blackboards, don't have computers, don't have fresh water, don't have food, don't know what a TV is, don't know what a mobile phone is, don't know what sandals are, they're walking around barefoot. And This isn't just for these third world countries. Let's talk about the first world country, the USA. My visit to California. Westminster, walking down the street. I see this lady walking down, and you can't make this up. I see this lady walking down, and I thought she's gonna just take a taxi or in the Uber, but instead she reaches down the garbage. Right, there's a garbage can there, and she reaches down, takes a half-eaten burger. I cannot make this up. I cannot make this up. And she was like, it wasn't a homeless person, it wasn't somebody who was on drugs, I thought it was a normal person. Reaches down the can, right, the garbage can, and takes out a half-eaten burgers and puts it in her mouth, eats it. So, don't do it for the people in Africa, do it for the people in your own communities today, because there's people who are poor. The lower hand still exists. So, if you're the lower hand, and you don't have opportunities like the kids in Africa and other third world countries, they don't have opportunities, but you do. You can do it for them. So in that case, you buying them shoes is going to put a smile on their face, therefore it's going to make them happy. So therefore, money doesn't buy you happiness. Not for you, for other people. It's going to make you happy because you're putting a smile on somebody else's face, and they come up to you and say thank you very much, give you a hug. That's going to put a smile. Spiritually, you'll feel well, you'll feel good about yourself. So in that case, it's going to make you happy. So in that case, money does buy you happiness. Because I know most people today, they don't know what happiness is. Right? Happiness for me is seeing others happy. Do it for your kids, do it for your family, do it for other people. If you're going to say that money doesn't buy you happiness and make such statements, then don't do it for you, do it for other people. Because I guarantee you, helping other people, seeing them smile, is going to make you happy in return. So stop making excuses. Stop making excuses just to be lazy. Become lazy. That's okay. If you're content with your current lifestyle, that's okay. But just understand one thing, that the job you're working for, you'll be fired. And as soon as you get fired, you're not happy. I rest my case. You're not happy because you got fired from your job, because one day you decided to take the day off early, or you came late because the bus broke down or your car broke down, and this is your second time in a month, and you're gonna come to me and say money doesn't buy you happiness, yet you just got fired from your job. You're not happy because now how are you gonna pay the rent because you don't have money, because money doesn't buy you happiness?